Continuing coverage of storms and tornadoes as they roll through and wreak havoc across the Midwest again tonight. Joining us on the phone is David Barnes. He's the director for the Oklahoma Emergency Management. David, thank you once again for taking time to speak with us. Since I spoke with you last, we have been able to confirm from the medical examiner's office there in Oklahoma that 5 deaths, in fact, are being reported as a result of this latest tornado or tornadoes to sweep through your state. Can you tell us any more about those deaths?
Well, I do not have specific information in relation to those, but I know that when we spoke earlier, they were still doing search and rescue in the El Reno and Mustang area west of Oklahoma City, out where the storms actually began their trek to the east.
Mm-hmm. And I understand a lot of the people who were trapped and injured were along this I-40 corridor that connects east to west there. That's
correct. That's the main thoroughfare through Oklahoma as well as the southern part of the United States. So high traffic counts and definitely a bad time for this type of weather to be occurring with the rush hour traffic on that type of interstate highway system.
Yeah, can you bring us up to speed on the damage that you've been able to witness or see at this point? I know that it's dark now. You're also dealing with heavy rain, flooding, hail, but what have you been able to witness yourself?
Well, we're still getting reports coming in of various aspects of damage. It appears that the most significant structure damage is in roughly the same area out west of Oklahoma City along the I-40 corridor. I have reports of multiple homes that have received significant damage, obviously a lot of outbuildings. That is a partially rural area too, lots of large horse ranches and farms, and those type buildings have been damaged as well.
So, David, how many counties are involved?
Approximately 6 counties here in central Oklahoma.
Okay, approximately 6 counties. And what do you expect to see when everyone wakes up in the morning, and what do you need to let them know?
Well, I think we're going to find probably some damage in some rural areas that may have not been quite as evident during the night, during the dark, particularly structures that maybe were not inhabited or people who were displaced already or maybe located in other areas, and we will likely have increased reports from that. We're still experiencing a great deal of flooding, and we're still under severe thunderstorm warning and a flash flood warning, so we're going to be dealing with the effects of that for a while yet.
And are people still stranded on the I-40 corridor?
Not on the I-40 corridor. It is open, and the vehicles have been moved. Traffic is moving at a much better rate, but there still are a lot of vehicles.
Okay, and in terms of shelters that you're providing this evening?
Yes, the American Red Cross is responsible for sheltering operations, and we actually still had sheltering going on from the previous events of almost a week ago. And I do not know of any specific counts of people being added to those shelter facilities this evening, but there will likely be some, particularly out in the western areas.
All right, and we did have that Red Cross website as well where people could go. Safeandwell.com, I believe, is what it is. And you're telling people to either text each other or email each other?
Well, it's important that accountability be maintained, particularly if people were traveling, and if they're from out of town, that they get in touch with their loved ones or their destination points and let them know that they're okay.
They're okay. Okay. David, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And we'll be right